Did you know that you and your computer speak different languages? It doesn't speak Spanish, or Swedish, or Chinese. It speaks in ones and zeros. You can't communicate directly with your computer, but that's where your operating system comes in. The operating system, or OS, is the program that lets you interact with your computer. Together, the operating system and computer hardware form a complete system that determines what your computer can do.
There are three types of operating system. The following section describe each type of operating system. First, we have the real-time operating system. A real-time operating system is a very fast, relatively small operating system. Real-time operating systems are often embedded operating systems, meaning they are built into the circuitry of a device and are not loaded from a disk drive. A real-time operating system is needed to run real-time applications. Also, a real-time application is an application that responds to certain inputs extremely quickly, thousands or millions of a second. The second type of operating system is single-user, single-tasking operating system. An operating system that allows a single user to perform just one task at a time is a single-user, single-tasking operating system. To a user, a task is a function such as printing a document, writing a file to a disk, editing a file, or downloading a file from a network server. Here, in single-user, single-tasking operating system, a user can only run a single program. The third type of operating system is single-user multitasking operating system. A single-user multitasking operating system is one that allows a user to perform two or more functions at once. The most commonly used personal computers usually run such as OS, including Microsoft Windows and the Macintosh operating system. In many types of jobs, a single user can be more productive when working in a multitasking operating system. The third one, the multi-user multitasking operating system. A multi-user multitasking operating system is an operating system that allows multiple users to use programs that are simultaneously running on a single network server called a terminal server. This is not at all the same as connecting to a network server for the sake of accessing files and printers. Multi-user multitasking operating system runs on a computer to which many users connect. Each user can run his or her own session on the server. The personal computer has come a long way in a relatively short time, and much of the progress is due to the continuing advancements in operating systems. Over the past 30 years, the evolution in operating systems has made PCs easier to use and understand, more flexible, and more reliable. Today, in addition to the operating system that consume hundreds of megabytes of disk space on personal computers, miniaturized operating systems fit into tiny handheld portable digital assistants or PDAs and even cellular telephones. Computer users have several choices when it comes to operating systems, although the choice is not always easy. The vast majority of new PCs are sold with some version of Windows installed, but many users, especially in business, are choosing to run Unix or Linux. Apple Macintosh computers and the proprietary Mac OS have a small but important share of the desktop OS market. Microsoft's Windows operating system continues to thrive on PCs all over the world and has the largest market share of any competitor. The following sections provide a brief survey of the many operating systems being used on desktop computers. Although some of these operating systems, such as DOS and Windows 95, may seem out of date. DOS stands for Desk Operating System. Even though it has been around for decades, it is still used today for a variety of reasons. It was originally came into widespread use in the 1980s. There are two versions of DOS reigned as the desktop operating system of choice throughout the 1980s. The first was PC DOS, which IBM released with its computers. The other was Microsoft's version of DOS, known as MS-DOS or Microsoft DOS, which was used on millions of IBM-compatible PCs or clones. Why is DOS still in use? There are two reasons: size and simplicity. It does not require much memory or storage space for the system, and it does not require a powerful computer. Therefore, it is sometimes used as an embedded OS for devices that run very simple, single-tasking applications. Another reason for its continued use is that many businesses still have custom applications, either written as a one-of-a-kind application for their business or written for their special needs and marketed to similar businesses. Next, we have the Windows NT Workstation. It is a 32-bit operating system for PCs in 1993. It was originally designed as the successor to DOS, but by the time it was ready for release, it had become too large to run on most of the PCs used by consumers at the time. As a result, Microsoft repositioned Windows NT to be a high-end operating system for powerful workstations and network servers used in business. Because high-end network computers fall into two primary categories, Microsoft separated Windows NT into two products: Windows NT Workstation and the first Windows version for network service, Windows NT Server. The server product was optimized to run on dedicated network servers. Next, we have Windows 2000 Professional. It was released in 2000, combines the user-friendly interface and features of Windows 98 with a file system, networking, power, and stability of Windows NT, and some new and improved features. This combination of features makes Windows 2000 both powerful and easy to use. Next, we have Windows XP. It was released in October 2001. It is the latest in the Windows suite of PC operating system families. The desktop has a more three-dimensional look with grounded corners and more shading. It also offers some brighter color choices. With Windows XP, Microsoft consolidated its consumer-grade and enterprise desktop operating systems into one environment. For home users, this means added security and an operating system that is far less likely to stall or crash than Windows 9X. Next, we have Unix for desktop. It is difficult to pin Unix down to one class of computer because it runs on such a wide range, including supercomputers, notebook PCs, and everything in between. Although Unix does not have an important place in the market for desktop operating system, thanks to its power and its appeal to engineers and other users of CAD and CAM software, Unix has been popular for high-powered workstation. Unix is not for the faint of heart because of its command line interface, cryptic instructions, and the fact that it requires many commands to do even simple tasks. However, those who have worked with Unix have found the power and stability of this operating system worth the effort to learn the commands. Last, we have Linux. Linux is a separate OS from Unix, but it shows that Unix influence and characteristics. Linux operating code is free, but it is also available through companies such as Novel and Red Hat, who bundled the operating system code with utilities and documentation, charging for everything but the operating system itself. Even though Linux is considered as a freeware operating system, industry experts have been impressed by its power, capabilities, and rich feature set. Linux is a full 32-bit multitasking operating system that supports multiple users and multiple processors. Linux can run on nearly any computer and can support almost any type of applications. Linux uses a command line interface, but Windows-based GUI environments called shells are available.